Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here once again, and I'm just at the shower, that's why my hair's all soaking. So anyway, 360 games, this is the last one actually, so yeah, let's get on with it. I should point out that there are two games that I used to own, but I've given them a loan to friends, and essentially I'm never going to see them ever again. Those two games was Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Double Agent. Both great games that I'll need to get round to re-buying, but as it stands, I'm never going to see them again. But anyway, let's get on with this, shall we? Bayonetta. Superb game from Hideki Kamiya, the creator of not Dead or Alive, Devil May Cry, rather. Yeah, I don't think it's as good as the first Devil May Cry I found. My biggest problem with this game was the sort of like ranking system at the end of levels was a bit strict in my eyes. Because it was like, okay, I've died once or twice, and I've had to use one or two healing items. You die like once, or use like one healing item, then it gives you the lowest possible grade, and I end up feeling really shite afterwards. I get the Stone Award with Ezio. For Enzo, yeah, that's his name. Ezio's for Assassin's Creed, but I seen Enzo's dancing around on the floor made of stone. Only people who's played the game knows what the fuck I'm talking about. But everything outside of that, yeah, fantastic combat. Everything else is just Bayonetta. Anyway, next game. Right. Hold on. Let's get this out of the way right now. As you know, as you guys know, Microsoft went for a sort of JRPG phase, where they tried to get hundreds of JRPGs on their console, you know, and to an extent, 360 is the best place this generation for Japanese RPGs, but not all of them. What the hell have I pulled that out for? That's not a JRPG. Okay, so let's get started, right. Infinite Undiscovery by Tri-Ace. Tri-Ace, this generation, later went on to make Star Ocean: The Last Hope, which I've already showed you that I rebought on PS3, so I already gave my opinions on it. I don't like that one because it doesn't have Japanese voice acting. I know, go ahead, shoot me. Voice acting bugs me like that. And they also made Resonance of Fate, which I got on the PS3, and I gave my thoughts on that. But Infinite Undiscovery, can't say I even played it that much. I just got bored all the way through. The story was not interesting. Yeah. I know there are people that love this game, but not me. Sorry. I got it pre-owned, like, ages after it came out, because I wanted to give it a try. Maybe I'll give it another try one day, but as of now, not too bothered. Okay. Blue Dragon. This was actually from what's his name? Fuck. Hironobu Sakaguchi? Hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, the creator of Final Fantasy. This was his first next-gen game, and then he went on to release Lost Odyssey, and he's currently working on the last story. Yeah, the last story, Final Fantasy. But apparently the last story is going to be his last game, I've heard. Quite upset to hear that, like, but yeah. Blue Dragon, these games couldn't be more different from each other, I'm serious. Blue Dragon's kind of a kid's game, you know, it's got a nice sort of anime look to it, the graphics are really crisp, but the story is just lazy. It's not the worst story. Star Ocean 4 is the worst JRPG story I've ever seen. But this one, I guess it's average, but it's just so... There doesn't seem to be much thought in it. There's no, like, emotional moments. There's no really clever twists in the plot. It just seems really lazy all the way around. And I can't believe Sakaguchi was responsible for such a lazy attempt at a story. However... Lost Odyssey. And I'm holding it upside down. Silly me. Lost Odyssey. Simply one of the best storylines ever. Alright? You will cry in this game. You will get teary-eyed. I guarantee it. It's just so... It's got nice original... You know, you play as immortals, and as you're going through the game, you'll find things that will trigger memories, and you get to read these little paragraphs that are really just entertaining as fuck and sad as fuck, and yeah, I never did beat it, because it's a very hard game and I'm a pussy, but this is such a great RPG. If you're complaining about, you know, lack of JRPGs in this generation, try this out. Seriously. Right, and lastly we has Eternal Sonata and Tales of Vesperia. I think these are made by two different folk, but they're both Namco Bandai, so they're kind of in a series. To me, Eternal Sonata was better, in my opinion. I think the graphics looked a lot more... I think the graphics were better. It was a lot... Well, they're both fairly easy games, but this one was a lot shorter. This was really long. You know, all Tales of games are really long. I know the Tales of games are great, but for some reason, I don't know, I think whenever I play a Tales of game, they kind of drag on for me. It's like they're too long. And when it's someone like me that wants to play as many games as they possibly can, I just kind of get like, come on, I want to get this finished. And as a result, I never really take full advantage. I played this game for about 50 hours, I think. I didn't do any side quests or nothing, and I feel bad, you know, because I should be taking full advantage of this great game. But yeah, Eternal Sonata, it's a good beginner's RPG actually, you know, it's fairly easy, it's fairly linear, and yeah, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend this as well, and this is actually costing a pretty penny over here now, so good luck with finding a copy. Right. Virtua Fighter 5, superb. In fact, let's talk about all fighting games on the 360, shall we? I used to get a lot of fighting games on the 360 because back in the day, I used to... Well, hold on, I'll tell you guys in a bit. Right, is that everything? I thought I had more fighting games than that. Yeah, it is. Okay. Right, Dead or Alive 4, the first, like, and, well, only really, exclusive fighting game for the 360. I met a lot of friends on this. I met Tekka, I met Zephyr, I met Tezchi, and yeah, it was one of my first most exclusively played Xbox Live games, you know. So every fighting game that's ever come out, I've always bought on the 360, you know, to try to recapture that sort of like feeling of meeting all these new people online. But I don't really play games online now, so I've kind of like moved on to my rule of buying games for the PS3. I changed my mind, by the way, from what I said in my pre-orders video. I'm gonna get Blaze Blue Continuum Shift for PS3 instead. So yeah, but yeah, probably one of my favorite fighting game ever, actually, to be honest. Virtua Fighter 5. I got this for a tenner off a Ned, who was like, "Oh man, this game is fucking shite," you know, and like he didn't know what he was selling, and I was like, "Ha, boy." So yeah, great fighting game. I'm not that familiar with Virtua Fighter, but I do like really enjoy this, seriously. And I played online for quite a bit. The PS3 version, I think it's got better graphics, but you can't play online as much, which is weird, you know. But Street Fighter 4, hell yeah! I've actually got the collector's edition. It's in there. Hold on, you guys are gonna bug me. You want to see this, aren't you? Here it is. Picture Chun-Li. And two figurines of Sea Viper and Ryu. And there's also, it also comes with an anime DVD, which I have yet to watch actually. I should get round to that. But superb game, you know. I was thinking about buying Super Street Fighter 4, but not until I get it really cheap, you know. And Soul Calibur 4. For some reason, I think this is where my sort of like neglect in fighting games started. Because I didn't get into this much. And this is actually the game where I met Halloween 4545, you know. And I just did not play it that much. I'm genuinely shocked, and every fighting game to come out ever since I've kind of had the same attitude towards, and I'm pretty bad for it, if I'm honest, personally. Right, I'm dragging this on for quite a bit. Cameo Elements of Power. I adore this game so much, one of my favourite 360 games, and no one remembers it. Why does no one remember it? It's fantastic. Rare, this was the best thing you've made this generation. Well, maybe this was actually. Viva Pinata. Surprisingly, I got into this a lot more than I thought I would. You know, I got most of the achievements. Working your garden up was addicting, and yeah. These two things, like, when people say that Rare sucks these days, I can't help but agree with them a little bit. I gotta be honest, these two games are real classics, you know, and Rare deserves props for them. And speaking of Rare, where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Right. Perfect Dark Zero. Now, I like this game, I must say. I know, like, a lot of people look back on it without the same, like, because when it first came out there was the wow factor because it was a 360 launch title, but I'm gonna be honest, maybe out of nostalgia alone, I do like this game. Yeah, N64 one is better, of course, but I like it. I like it. Resi 5, bought this purely to do the LP with Tez. Yeah. It's not Resident Evil. It's not. Sorry. Guitar Hero 2. I bought this purely because Freebird is on it, and Leonard Skinner is my favourite band of all time, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, it's, I've never bought another guitar game since, essentially, because they whore them out to no end, but if I ever do get another Guitar Hero game, it'll be on 360 since I've already got the guitar for it, you know. Alright. F.E.A.R 1 and F.E.A.R 2. I have a funny relationship with these games. I bought this, right? I bought it, didn't like it, took it back years ago. I played the demo of this near the beginning of last year, loved it. So I rebought this hoping to get back into it. I did get back into it, loved it. Then I picked up F.E.A.R 2, tried it for a bit, couldn't get into it, stopped playing it. Weird, eh? But F.E.A.R games are good, and I might pick up F.E.A.R 3. Might.